3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
I'm going to run you over.
Back to throw, Newton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. Well, that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Hey, wahoo! 56,
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 45-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Rock it. 26, check 26. Hey, Zoo. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Get it.
2nd and 4. He completes it to Hunter. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's 2nd and 8. At the 50-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Smoke. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. 58. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Watch the block. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Go. Fire.
To throw on 3rd down. Carson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
To throw on second down, Carson finding room to the 20. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Third down and 1.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Bravo.
Looking to throw. Carson. And he completes it to Hunt. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, it's Carson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 out long.
Ready? Double tight, guys.
Hey, echo.
March 59.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Carson. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Newton. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 17-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Newton. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd and short. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Now it's Carson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30 base.
Check, you know it. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Hey, foxtrot.
Don't get nervous. Mike, check. 59.
Greystone, travel. 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Carson, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Charlie.
Let's go. Monk's 56. You ain't going nowhere. 56.
Be grip.
Operating from the gun. Carson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. Throwing
on 3rd and long. Carson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Flushed out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Ready? Ready, 88.
Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Newton now to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Travis Kelce. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line. Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference. And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play. Back to the air on 2nd down. Carson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction.
I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Hey, exit.
Show it up. Show it up.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Got it. Here we go. 18 Gator. Buzz. Buzz.
Mike, check, check.
Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Carson. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Brooklyn first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
From the gun, Carson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Ready, set.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Fire.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Mike, 58, right there. Know your job.
Speed trip.
2nd and 2. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go.
They fake the give. Newton. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Newton. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? He's got a man, complete. That one good for 37 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Back to throw. Carson. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You're trash, you're trash. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. 58's Mike, 58.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carson got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a third down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Smooth. Mike 5'9. Mike 5'9. I'm coming.
Operating from the gun, Carson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Let's go now. 30 base.
56.
Go.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Carson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got it.
5.
Throwing to start the drive. Carson over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Check. 59.
Hey, echo.
Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
56 to Mike.
Back to throw. Carson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Newton. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
First down, 49ers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Jones has it. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First and 10 at the
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Off play action. Carson. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Looking to throw. Carson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again. Carson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
36.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again. Carson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Carson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
5.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 49ers' 9-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, exit.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Second and 5. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, let's get there.
On second down and 4, Newton. The open man is Westbrook. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Set. 180.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Throwing on second down. Newton got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 at the 31-yard line.
And that's it. 388. 54. Right. 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. Check. 55. Come on. Rip right.
On third down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
50 extra money. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
Looking to throw. Carson. And his throw is incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. Carson. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready up.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Mike, check, 59.
All day, baby, all day.
Mike's 59.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Carson. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They run it with Carson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Right over there.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Looking to throw. Carson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Right to the 3.
On 2nd and 9, Newton caught by Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check three, check three. Great.
From the red zone now, Newton. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the run. Mike's 59.
From the gun, Carson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Mike, 58, right there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
On 1st down, Carson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Carson. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kyle Rudolph with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys have once again taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Extra score, Chiefs 31, 49ers 48. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack on first down, Newton. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Set. 60 outlaw. I'm on. Rush in. Hey, Echo. Rush in. Shoot.
On first down, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
58 for Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Here we go. 58.
Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Carson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ed Oliver in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. He completes it to Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. The Niners on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. He'll look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
They run again with Carson. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Brooklyn, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. They will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,